there's one engine that earned a reputation not just for power, but for attitude. The Caterpillar C15. A machine so rugged, so reliable, and, let's be honest, so loud, it became the beating heart of the American workhorse, the heavy-duty diesel truck. But is it just a relic of the past, or a legend that still dominates the road today? Stick around, because once you hear what's inside the C15, you might never look at modern engines the same way again. And by the way, if you've ever wondered why your neighbor's driveway sounds like a small earthquake every morning, this engine might be the reason. Let's crack it open. The Caterpillar C15 was first introduced in the early 2000s as a successor to the 3406C. But this wasn't just a new number slapped on a block of metal. It was a refined product of years of field-tested power, built for those who demanded torque, uptime, and absolute domination over long hauls. It quickly became the engine of choice for truckers, farmers, and operators who needed their equipment to perform, no matter the terrain, the weather, or the workload. Inside, the C15 houses a 6-cylinder, 15.2-liter turbocharged beast, capable of up to 625 horsepower and over 2,000 lb-ft of torque. That's the kind of force that doesn't just pull trailers, it pulls reputations. But here's the real kicker. It wasn't just the raw numbers. It was the dependability. This engine could run for over 1 million miles if properly maintained. That kind of longevity made it an icon in the trucking community. But that same reliability also became its greatest weakness. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk sound. If you've ever stood next to a C15 at idle, you'll recognize that deep, chest-rattling hum. Some call it music. Others call it noise pollution. Either way, it demands respect. Now here's where it gets interesting. In 2007, the EPA's stricter emissions regulations forced Caterpillar to rework the C15. The result? The introduction of the Assert system, a twin turbocharged electronically controlled emissions tech that, well, didn't go over too well. While it kept the engine compliant on paper, the Assert system added complexity, reduced fuel economy, and created headaches for fleet mechanics across the country. Some called it brilliant innovation. Others called it a mechanic's full-time job. And as emission standards got tighter, Caterpillar made a shocking move. In 2010, they exited the on-highway engine market entirely. No more C15S in brand-new semis. Just like that, the king was retired. Or was it? Because here's the twist. Despite being discontinued, C15S remain wildly in demand today. Truck owners go out of their way to buy pre-emissions models. Entire shops specialize in C15 rebuilds. It's the kind of loyalty you don't usually see with machinery. Why? Because modern engines, while cleaner, just don't feel the same. They're quieter, more efficient, sure. But many drivers say they lack the soul, the grunt, the unapologetic power of the C15. And now, as electric trucks and AI-controlled fleets creep in, the C15 represents something more than just a diesel engine. It's a symbol of an era where trucks were built for toughness, not algorithms. So here's the question. Is the Caterpillar C15 a masterpiece that outlived its time, or a fossil that refuses to be buried? You decide. But one thing's for sure. Until the last C15 is turned off, it's not just running, it's roaring. And if you want to see what's replacing it, and why some truckers are terrified of the future, subscribe now. Because what's coming next might change everything you thought you knew about engines.